Okay, so we got Bullwinkle here. He's at Mohican State Park in Ohio, and we got Dave, my buddy, who decided to try another one after our Burr Oak. I don't know if you call it a hike or a debacle, but so we're doing a little shorter one this time. We're up and we're going to do the primitive sites up at Mohican State Park, and we're at the parking spot here, and you can just see a beautiful view right here. It's just gorgeous. If you could just set a tent right up here, it'd be worthwhile. And so we're gonna head in. It's just spitting a little bit of mist here, a little bit of rain, but it's supposed to be just cold, and we decided that we would do some camping today. So we're at Mohican State Park, and we're at the north of the park off of Township Road 3006, and we came to a parking area for the primitive parking. As you can see, Dave and I are walking in, and we right now it's a nice little like old logging road or something. It's a real easy walk. One of the things that we found out is that this particular camp, or this particular park, made all of the primitive camping sites within about a mile or so of a parking spot, and then that way people don't have to walk so far, so they can do a test run of equipment and things like that. So that's kind of nice, especially for us older guys. And so we're gonna head to campsite 10. We can come up to campsite 9 too, but we've heard 10 is really nice, and I've seen it on pictures of it online, so that's what we're gonna try to do here. So as you can see, we're kind of walking right along the edge of a woods. There's some beautiful farmland here, and it's just really nice and pretty. So it's kind of coolish. It's probably about 60, and so we're not going to work up quite as much of a sweat today, probably. Hopefully won't go through quite as much water. And so we're off. We'll get back with you sometime. Okay, so we're not too far in, but look at this beautiful view. We're walking on this logging road. It's easy going, and nice little pine forest over here. When this park was originally started, all of this land around here had been cleared for farmers, and then the winters are pretty tough and it's kind of hard on the hills, and so a lot of people quit, and they left it, and so all the farms were abandoned, and then it started to grow up, and then that's when people came in and they started planting all these pines. Here's I just want to stop and show you this. Here's a path marker for trail number 9, and that's our second choice today. If we don't like 10, or if there's way too many people, I think there's only going to be one other person at 10. But if not, we'll probably go to 9. But yeah, so they started doing these pines, and a lot of these pines were planted around Mohican during the by the work corps during the Depression. And so of course now they're 75, 100 years old, and it's just beautiful. Look at this. I mean, check this out, man. Just pines and pine needles everywhere. Man, if you want a stealth camp, this would be a great place just to do it right here.
Making tracks.
Yeah.
Making tracks.
So we're having fun. Just looks like walking down a nice easy road right now. Okay, so just like my directions say, we've only come about 2/3 of a mile, maybe not even that much, and here is the turnoff to site 10. Now this will take us down, and then we'll have another turnoff where we actually go to the site. This is just to get us on the right trail, and so we'll go down in the gorge a little bit, but we don't go very far downhill this time because we're going to be staying up on the gorge. So here we go. Okay, so we found campsite 10. Beautiful. There's several sites here. So I found a couple trees I'm going to hang on, and Dave's sitting his tent just behind me here, and we got a fire ring, and it looks like somebody actually left some firewood, so that's even nicer. So anyways, what we're going to do is I'm going to let this run while I set up my hammock, and then we'll speed it up when we get it on the movie. Talk to me, huh?
Fred, it's been a great day so far. Overcast and cool. You say what?
Oh, there you go.
They made a bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people.
Or a
do that.
lean-to, maybe.
Yeah. So we're here with Rachel. We have
Wave,
a
wave,
extra
Rachel.
camper
We'll get you a close-up later.
to join us.
Go
We
ahead.
got a fire going, a nice night, and I think we're good. I think the rain's holding off.
Yeah.
Beautiful setting up here in the woods.
It's just drop dead gorgeous right here. This is campsite 10.
Yeah.
I know Tim Watson and Jason Wish both have said this is a great place to camp, so that's why we checked it out, and man, is it nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But of course, it needs to have a fire, and also it needs to have a cup of coffee, so I got to make my coffee while it's boiling. So I've got the site set up. I want to make sure that I let you see it before it gets too dark here. That way I don't have to take as much video in the morning. I love my bare buck hammock. It's got a tarp here. Again, it's been sprinkling a little bit today, but nothing bad. And so with just a regular rain, this tarp's pretty tight, so it would hold up pretty good. If it was really pouring rain with windstorm and stuff, then you might have I'd have to lower it down. And I could lower it down to make that happen, so I could probably stay dry. But I really do love my bare buck hammock. We Dave and I got here and set up camp, and then Rachel came by. She's an orchestra teacher, and she's trying to get ready to do some long-term hiking on the AT eventually, maybe in a couple of years. So she did a 7-mile hike today, and so she ended up here. So she's sharing our fire, and we've got 2 tents set up there. Dave's is on the on my side there, and then so they have some really nice tents there, and we have our bear bag. We got to pull it up just a little bit more, but it's really not so much for a bear here. It's more for the raccoons. The raccoons are notorious around here for swiping stuff out of bags. So we've got it quite a ways away from all the trees, and it's about 4 feet hanging down and about 4 feet above the ground. So don't think they can get it from there. It'll just be enough to drive them crazy. So here's our fire. We're really enjoying it. Somebody left us some wood here, some 3 nice pieces of slab wood, so that's been good. Took us a little while to get it going. So this is our new friend Rachel. She's an orchestra teacher in Central Ohio, and you hiked 7 miles or 8 miles today. Before she got here, we just did the easy route. We parked at the parking lot, and I think we walked maybe a mile, something like that. So tell us, Rachel, how'd you get into backpacking, and tell us a little bit about your goals and stuff.
So this is actually my first time backpacking with a backpack.
Oh, cool.
Grew up in the woods, grew up camping with my dad. My son was a Boy Scout and went camping with him. But yeah, this is the first one. I've always wanted to do some of the Appalachian Trail. Not sure whether I want to section or through hike it. We'll find out later. But I thought this was a good place to start. So
Yeah, that's very cool.
yeah.
Dave, you've been backpacking when you were younger, but this is really the second one for right now, right?
Second time in 15 years.
Yeah. And this is my, 5th, I think, since November.
Yep.
Since November. So, yeah, it's been kind of fun. We got a couple tents up there, and then in the back we got my hammock, my bear butt back there. And this is a really beautiful section of the woods. Look at all these huge pine trees, and some of this is, again, most of this stuff was planted, I believe, by the people during the Depression. What would they call those things? The Conservation Corps. Yep. And they actually planted a lot of what you see here, the pine trees. So these babies are, probably planted around 33, 34, 35, 1935. So it's really, really cool. Some really nice stand of trees here. And probably some of them are second growth, but not too many. So
Some would be 80 years old.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
So here's our bag that we're hanging. It's about 4 feet off the ground, and it's about 4 feet below the light here, or below the branch, and we've already had 2 coons walk right up to our campsites, not afraid of us at all, and come over and eye this thing. So this must be a normal place for them to hang it. So yeah, so hopefully maybe we'll get a picture of a coon, but right now we're trying to scare them away so that they don't want to stay around here. So we got almost a full moon. Not sure whether you guys can see this or not. We're going to try to zoom in on it. There we go. If I could focus on it, it would be better. Well, what a beautiful night. It's been cloudy most of the evening, but now it's kind of clearing off, and we think it's supposed to kind of clear off a little bit tomorrow morning, so it should be a nice morning.